Hello, everybody. Dad across from me, John on the couch to my left, and me right here.
Right where you should
be. And I'm not going to try I'm not going to try to say what I said last time because I messed up.
That's the leader's seat right there.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a guy that's moving on up.
Anyway, we've got our numbers for this week. And John's here from VOMP. So, John, you're the leadoff guy.
All right. So I believe, I haven't double checked with Joe, but I'm pretty sure that this is the last week that we sent out. There might be a few going out on Monday, Tuesday to just finish up, or maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. But we really don't want to waste, quote unquote, your emails. There's varying ideas on if that's wasting or not, but around the holidays, because some people think to send out all the time. But we tried to, by what we found out, to minimize sending out email, or not to send out around those times. So anyway, all that to say, we had 85 warm responses this week.
This week?
Yeah.
Well, I think, was it last week you reported about the same for 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
Again, but these are, I mean, we are, like we've told people in the emails, Friday updates, that we are sending out more.
I see,
there are more going out because we're trying to get, we're going to get everybody emails out that they pay for.
Right, you've promised them, and so you're going to deliver.
So it's kind of probably a 2 week.
Yeah,
that being said,
that's still a good
what it was.
Couple of weeks, yeah.
Yep, 16 auditions, several out there still waiting. And then 3 reported jobs. We've got Lauren Gobes. That's how you say her name.
Yep, I think so.
Gobes. She did mention that her November was kind of crazy. So there's one other job that this is not including this one, that she forgot to report. So congratulations to her on both of those. Mm-hmm. Jennifer White got a recurring client, and Bill DeWees won a job.
And that was from a production company near us, Madison.
Yeah.
It's a production company that I've worked with multiple times over the years. Yeah. And I don't know, I think it was just Bill and I that were going for this. Bill won out.
Yeah.
Bill, better man won.
Hats off to you, Bill.
I really am, Bill. I'm very glad for you. I'm very glad that you won that. And I honestly, we talk about this behind the scenes. I honestly don't mind losing out to the VO Marketing Pro people. I'm cheering them on too, along with Hudson. And so, Bill, congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Yeah. So that's
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Taking money out of my pocket, but I'm glad for that.
Better take us out to.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Anyway, that's the numbers for this week.
That's it.
There it is. That's nice.
Did you have
anything
anything else
to
say?
What you were going to say?
Well, we've just had, we've got new people joining, and just reminders for some of the people that we work with.
I'm joining up.
Most people are really, really good about getting to us when they receive a response from their website that they're just not sure about, or they got a job or got an audition or something like that. Just letting us know that, is this from you or whatever. And just a reminder as to why we do that for those that have been with us, and then telling you why for those that have joined recently. We do that. The main reason is so that we can make sure that your database is up to date. We don't want to be sending out to these people as if it's new.
Mm-hmm.
If
That's
we get
embarrassing.
Yep. And we don't want to act like if we were. Yep. We don't want to act, we don't want to send out then to some of those people like some sort of update thing.
Yeah.
Because that's.
Right.
Well, we've worked with you, so they're your client now. We also just like to keep keep people encouraged on our end of things, keep us encouraged that it's working. And it's just one of the, we have 2 programs right now, the starter kit and the personal assistant. And one of the things that one of the requirements for joining the personal assistant is just being communicative. And we want to make sure that don't be you don't have to be over the top, but if you just, it takes Joe a matter of 5 minutes. Sometimes if something takes a little bit longer to get into your database and check and see when that person, or see if that person asked you or sent something to you or not. But it doesn't take that long. If you get something that you don't know about, let us know for those reasons I stated before. And also it's, you're paying a monthly fee. You want to make sure that that's working. And
Well, like I said before we got on camera, it's a gentleman's agreement. We've shaken hands, if you will.
Yep.
Every time I talk with somebody, onboarding them, we try to communicate we're a small family business. We want to get to know people. We want them to trust us. That is, trust us that we're sending the number of emails that we promise you. Because in some ways, there's no way for them to check. And so they have to trust us. We have to trust you, our VO Marketing Pro people, to be able to say, okay, so I just got this inquiry. Now, could they have come from my website? Could they be a referral? Most of the time, if you aren't doing a whole lot of direct email marketing yourself, or if they don't mention that it's a referral, you could even find out by just graciously saying, how did you get a hold of me? How'd you find me? Yeah. And that doesn't take very long. And it's part of the trust relationship that we have. We're sending out the number of emails we promise you, and you promise to not then take the people that, like if we have a 20% agreement where we email for you or you're on the voice roster, and then you don't take that client and kind of like you would off of voices.com or something. Voices, as I say to a lot of the folks, voices.com, Fiverr, they have all of these algorithmic things. You type in payment and a big red, alarm goes off, if you will. They do not want you to take the clients off, and they're not going to trust you. We're going to trust. That's the kind of, I'd rather, I'm on a soapbox right now. Yep. I would rather have a relationship of trust and be taken advantage of. But we know that people don't want to do that.
No, and people are really good about it. I'm just reminding you why we do it, because sometimes it comes up and somebody's like, well, hey, do I have to ask every time, kind of thing, which is not necessarily. Just do your best. If you get something new, we're not going to.
Yeah, right.
We don't, we're not going to do
we're not tyrants.
No. Right. And to be honest with you, Joe, I'm in the world headquarters of VO Marketing Pro with Joe many times when somebody says, hey, I got this. We are two things. We are very, like, if you're doing some sort of hybrid approach or whatever, and we don't see it on our list, we're not going to take credit for it. We're not going to look for credit. Two, sometimes we just really appreciate it. There's some sort of benefit we give by letting us know, for those things. Right. If they, well, it must be from you guys, some people say. And lots of times it is, but we're not going to take advantage of it, and we're not going to hold you, but it's the reason why we're asking those. And so do your best. We know that you're going to do your best. We trust people, but that's why we do it for the new people, and just a reminder for the people that we get to work with and have gotten to work with over the past couple of years. About
if you're paying for a service, don't you want to find out if that service is working? So if there was a guy that called that asked me to call him, and he said, I found you on VO Marketing Pro's website or something like that. So I don't have a website. So there's no way, he messaged me through Facebook Messenger. There's very little chance that he got a hold of me any other way than Andy sending out emails, me sending out emails. Anyway,
I don't know.
You just want to know. You just would want to know, hey, I'm paying for this. I don't know where this came from. If VO Marketing Pro says it came from them, well, great. I'm paying for that. So then
it'll give you an honest way to look through it as you go. Maybe you decide every 6 months if you're going to continue. Well, it'll give you an understanding as to whether or not it's really working for you. And to your point about video production companies, lots of people say this when we send out emails, as we get these all the time. So I don't know how many times video production companies are having to necessarily go out and look for people all that much, because they got an influx of emails coming, not only from our group, but also from many, many others in the VO world.
VO people.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
So anyway, we'll get off of our soapbox there, but that's why.
No, that's good. That's just good to talk through, because it's just good to have communication. So I appreciate that.
Transparency. All right. My numbers this week, 1 warm response. I'll tell you a little bit why that is. 2 auditions, 0 new clients. I got 1 job from a recurring client, and then nothing on Upwork and Fiverr. And then I did editing for you. Made $490 this week. So a little bit lower than what we'd been putting out probably the last month. But I won't go into detail. I made a purchase this week. Drove to Minneapolis to pick it up. And so Monday, Tuesday were kind of throwaway days. I sent out one day this week emails. It's all been about getting that situation figured out. So anyway.
Give us a hint. Is it bigger than a bread box?
It is, just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yep. We'll be talking about it here soon when we get it all figured out. But
You were $10 under what you were shooting for.
Mm-hmm.
So plus the last few weeks, not to get lazy, but the last few weeks you were well above that.
Yeah, I was. So anyway, $490, and I will divulge more when we kind of take a little bit of time to talk about that. So
I haven't had any new clients for the last couple of weeks. Maybe it's been 3 now, and that happens this time of year. There'll typically be a little bit of a slowdown. But one of the things, you might hear my numbers this week and maybe next week, I don't know, we'll see. There's probably a 3 or 4 day week just because you get close to Christmas and people start having parties at work and kind of checking out and saying, I'll take care of this next week or after the new year. Mm-hmm. So anyway, but one of the things that I found that around major holidays, July 4th and especially Christmas, New Year's, that it used to be like, bottom out. Mm-hmm. And it was like, oh no. And it would take till the 15th or 20th of January to kind of get revved up again. Now it doesn't go down that much because I just have so many clients, especially direct email marketing clients. So my numbers went up a little bit in Fiverr, $2,372. And my direct email marketing this week was $5,254 for a total $7,626. $7,626 this week, voiceover alone. I don't have any other income. And just keeping you up to date, I looked back and my highest amount ever made was in the COVID year, 2020. Which my income grew by almost $100,000 that year. And so that year, I thought it was $331, but I looked back at my records because I keep pretty close records, and it was $329,311.92. $329,311. And so far this year, I'm at $324,000. So I broke last year's by about $5,000, and I'm about $4,644. And 14 cents away. So if things...
It's getting down to crunch time here.
I maybe have 8 or 9 days. So hopefully I can get there. That'd be kind of fun.
You've done a lot of helping me out and VOMP out. Mm-hmm. Have you gone back to sending out emails on your behalf?
Yeah, I have. I did it
for a while there last year.
Yeah, for 6 months it all was to VO Marketing Pro. And I haven't had as many new clients this year. I don't know exactly why that is. I just don't know. But there's been some other things that I've done kind of behind the scenes for VO Marketing Pro that we won't get into that may have, quote, hurt me just a little bit. But I think I'm going to, unless the bottom falls out, I think I'm going to be fine. And I think I might break my 2020 record. We'll keep you up to date.
You mentioned your Fiverr numbers. Mm-hmm. We've adjusted those, your starting rates, which can hurt a little bit, but I think, as you and I talk about it, because I handled your Fiverr, I think you're more comfortable. Fiverr can be, as many know, a tiger by the tail, and it seems like if you can get some recurring clients on there and then up your rates a bit, you get to not have to deal with as much issues. And so I guess what it's proving is with recurring clients on Fiverr and some new clients that are willing to pay the extra rates, you're doing okay. So that's good to hear.
Yep. Very happy.
And a lot not so stressful, if you will.
Yeah, right. Very happy with where we're at right now. And we'll see what happens over the next 2 weeks, basically.
Yeah. Will we do a recap? Well, maybe I'll have to do a recap of how much I made this year.
I always do that in January.
Oh, okay.
Once the figures are all in, and what I like to do is I like to say, this is how much I made on voices.com.
Sure.
This is how much I made ACX from residual audiobooks that I did years and years ago, but I'm still getting a check every month. This is how much I make in direct email marketing. This is how much I make in Fiverr, because I want to be transparent. One, to be an encouragement to folks, and two, to be able to show you this is how much I'm making, this is how much Hudson is making, and we keep watching, to see if my business ideas can feed into him and be replicated. So that's kind of why we're doing that.
Which is also what VOMP,
yes,
what people are
correct.
doing in
They're
VOMP.
watching.
So
We're being open about our email, or about how many emails we're sending out and all that kind of stuff, or how much we're getting back and all that kind of stuff. What we keep for stats.
Yep.
There you have it. We made it through another week in the voiceover world.
Are we going to do one next week? Because you and I and Mom are going to be taking off to visit her family over in Michigan.
Maybe
next
we'll give
week.
you a call.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah,
We
we
don't
can do
have
that.
to, but
Yeah, I don't know how much they'll be sending out, but maybe Joe, either that or Joe can run the. We're kind of brainstorming here right now.
We can
but
keep
Joe
track maybe a little bit and either do it Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll be here till Thursday.
I'm
or
here
we
till
can
Thursday.
Just, yeah. Yep.
All right.
We'll
Well,
see. It'll be a surprise.
Yeah, you'll have to figure it out. So join us Wednesday, 37th episode, right here. Wednesday.